Hi, Attorney Masah SamForay of the Foray firm with offices in Chicago and in Houston, and I am back again to talk to you about all things immigration. So today's question is, what are the 2020 changes to the immigration laws that I should know about? What are the changes in 2020 that could affect me as an immigrant in the United States? So there is no secret. The current administration, of course, headed by President Trump, has made no qualms whatsoever about their stance on immigration. They have made no qualms about the fact that they believe that immigrants pose a threat to the United States, pose a threat to the U.S. economy. And so a lot of the policies that they have implemented during his administration are taking effect in 2020 and after December 2020. Here are some of the things that you should know. I'm going to give you the top 5. Number 1, there has been a substantial increase in fees. Of course, fees have always been associated with immigration applications, but this fee hike has really been a historic hike, and it's something that was purposefully done, again, to create a bar to immigration. For instance, there is an 83% increase in fees to apply for citizenship. 83% in one change. That took it from $640 up to $1,170. We also now charge a $50 fee for asylum seekers, making us one of 4 countries in the entire world that charges refugees for seeking protection. Number 2, there have been changes and revisions to the requirements for the civics exam and the English language requirements. And those are going to take place as of December 2020, or rather after December 2020. You're going to have to show the ability to read basic English, to write English, and to speak English. Now, there are still going to be some exceptions depending on your age. If you are 55 years old or if you are 65 years old, depending on how long you have been in the country. Nevertheless, there have been some significant changes to the civics and the English exam portion of the citizenship test. Number 3, there have been changes to the morality requirements, and it has resulted in a newly expanded list of immoral and disqualifying behaviors. Now, you've heard a lot about this because of the changes to the public charge rule. So that's also tied into, this third change that we've seen under this current administration. You're going to need to make sure that you pay attention to the moral requirements and the morality requirements and what would bar you on the basis of morality from being able to seek citizenship or even an adjustment in status to become a legal permanent resident. Number 4, so now because we're going into the digital age, a lot of these forms are going to be only available online. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it is the 21st century. Nevertheless, it's going to mean that you need to either be computer literate, have access to internet, or you're going to have access to somebody who can assist you with the internet so that you can successfully e-submit your documentation. And then lastly, there are new regulations, again, regarding the public charge. Now, I mentioned this briefly before, but I cannot overstate how important these changes were and what a negative and disparate effect they're going to have on people who are lower income, on immigrants who, relied upon some of the services of the United States government in order to make their way forward in this country. And so some of the services, for instance, receiving public aid that U.S. citizens and lawful permanent residents are able to avail themselves of could be a bar to you if you are a non-U.S. citizen or a green card holder to moving forward with the next step. And so just make sure that you read a little bit. You can look these changes up on, USCIS's website. You can look these changes up simply by Googling them, or better yet, if you want some specific advice about your specific situation, make sure that you do consult with a trusted immigration attorney. I hope that this has been helpful.